Well, hello everyone. It's Wednesday. It's my normal day for a video, but I honestly was not planning on having one today and putting it up on Thursday instead because I had a doctor's appointment today and it was going to throw off my entire day. So here's what happened. I'm like right down to the wire to leave the house. You know, it's only 10 minutes up the road and to get there. And I go outside, I start the car, and my dashboard reads low tire pressure. So I get out to look, and I got a flat tire. There is a screw in my tire. I am so annoyed. Now I have to empty all of my market supplies, you know, tables, tent, all that good stuff, display pieces, have to empty all of that out of the car in order to access the spare, which happens to be a donut. Go and either see if they can repair it. If not, I gotta buy a new tire. So I'm very irritated. So tomorrow is going to be completely shot. So I'm just going to share what little bit of stuff that I have because I made absolutely nothing on Sunday. And I got myself a new machine, a serger, and I was playing with that, you know, trying to figure out how to use it. I have to teach myself because I don't have anybody to teach me. And as good as YouTube is as a resource to learn things, maybe I'm just not phrasing it right, but I have not been able to find the answers to my questions. So I've been playing with that. So I didn't get a lot done. But I swear, yesterday I got my shipping notification from Premier that my new Parfait Chunky colors were shipped. And then I get an email with the delivery notification today. I'm like, that was fast. Somebody messed up somewhere. So I'm going to share my new colors with you. And I mean, Sue had told me that some of them were the limited edition colors that they had before, which I did not buy because I didn't want to like them and not be able to get them again. So I don't know if they are or not. But this is what I got. And I only did twosies because I was being cheap. One is never enough. Two, Okay, so this one is chestnut. I do not have an acorn to compare it to, but I think it's pretty similar to the acorn. Although in this lighting it does look a little reddish, but it's a pretty brown. I got two of these. It feels okay. It seems a little thinner than normal. Like they really should classify these as a 5 and not a 6. Just a thought. So we got chestnut, and I did not buy every color. This one I did 3. That or they sent me an extra. So this one is apricot. It is pretty. Look at that color. It is just gorgeous. And it feels all right. Again, I think it looks a little thin. Maybe should be a 5. That squishy that Hirschner's has actually labels there as a 5, and they're about the same. But that's a beautiful color. So somehow I got 3 of these. I'm pretty sure I only ordered black in 3 because I was being cheap. Oops. Oh. Okay. This one is called Marshmallow. It's a nice creamy color. I see some dogs in my future. So I got 2 of these. Now, of course, using this, they'll be small dogs. But I do see some dogs in my future. And sticking with the brown, I got 3 of this one too. Huh. I don't know. I thought I only ordered 2 of each of the colors that I did order. This one is called Almond Butter. Look at how pretty that tan color is. Oh my gosh. Were we needing a tan? I don't know. This feels like it's going to squeak on the hook. And again, it feels kind of thin. But oh my gosh, look at that color. I definitely see some dogs in my future. And oh, is this pretty? This is really pretty. This is Artichoke. Look at that green. That is so pretty. Now this one doesn't feel like the last one did, but it still seems rather thin. Oh, it's beautiful color. Oh, what am I going to make with this? This is a, ooh, I like that color. Only got 2 of those. And this one's kind of bright. Now this one feels good. This one is Pistachio. Not quite as bright as the Neon Green. Not quite as dark as Goblin. But kind of in the same tonal family as Goblin. Just, I mean, looking at the little bit that I have over there from a distance. But it's very pretty. Not as pretty as that Artichoke. But it's pretty. So I have 2 of these. And browns and greens, it seems like we're always on the struggle bus with that. So this might help. Then I got orange. Orange that is called Carrot. It's a nice dark, like Charmander vibes all the way. That is pretty too. Feels okay. Still kind of thin if you ask me. There was a string in there. I thought maybe it was a knot. But very pretty. Nice color, see? Yeah, I don't think I'd wear it. But it's a nice color. And then, of course, I got black because the last time I placed my order, they were out of the black in the Parfait Chunky. So, we got that. They still need to get some chocolate. I still didn't order Poppy. What is wrong with me? I forgot what I was going to say. But that's my little kind of mini yarn haul. So pretty. Nice browns. Almond butter is such a nice tan, but feels like it's going to squeak. Anyhow, that is my yarn haul. So like I said, I didn't make a whole lot this week because you know, I had to give my hands a little rest, and I was playing with the new machine. And so my thought was, because I still want to, you know, make like the book sleeves and stuff like that with the sewing. And everything's been on hold with Jenna moving, and all her boxes were blocking the way, and then trying to get this room straightened out, which it still is not finished. I have a big mess right here in the middle of my floor. So I purchased a serger, and I had some stuff that was pre-cut, but I was thinking, why couldn't I save all the extra steps? Now, don't mind the thread colors, because this is what came pre-threaded in the machine. And these were just like pieces of fabric that I used. But why can't the seam be like that on the inside and you save a step? And then the liner is like attached with the outer part, so you don't have that sloppy mess on the inside. And for the most part, my test went pretty well. The issue that I had, and it's really minor on this one, but you can still see it, there's like the pieces shifted. They didn't stay lined up. And it did it on both sides. Didn't matter which direction I was going. And it's the top piece seems to get pushed down away from the alignment. So I was playing with that, and I tried a couple more things. Let me grab it. So really the first thing that I tried, I had made some granny square drawstring pouches, and I haven't made any in a while. But I sold all the ones that I had. It was just 2 granny squares put together, and then like 4 rows of double crochet at the top to gather. So I had a couple of granny squares just hanging around. So I wanted to try and line it. So I used the serger to do the seams, and you can't see them because it's facing the granny square. But then I folded the top over so it would be nice and smooth when I sewed it in. And now this doesn't want to stay closed. It kind of loosens up a little. And I think it's because I folded it over and that made too much bulk there, so it's kind of like pushing it. I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to take this out of here again and trim it down and just serge the edge of it and then sew it in like that and see if it still pushes it open. Because I mean, I know I sold the ones that weren't lined, but I think people would like it better lined. That way, if they put something in it, it's not going to fall through the holes of the granny square. So this was like the first thing that I played with that machine. And then I did that black thing. Then I tried yesterday. Now, I haven't trimmed my stuff off or anything because it didn't work. This one you can really see where it shifted, like a lot. But this was thick. So I took the time, because I think quilting is so pretty, and quilted this. So I used, I'm not sure what kind of batting it is. It's just stuff that I had here. 2 layers to make it where it feels like it has some substance to it. So you had the lining, the outer fabric, and 2 layers of the batting times 2. So 8 layers that I was serging through, and it shifted. I mean, it sewed it fine other than the shifting. Let me turn it. So the inside of it, don't mind all the strings. Like I said, I'm probably going to frog this out because I think my quilting was so nice on this. I don't frog it out. seam rip it. I don't want to waste it. So you get the boxed corners, the bottom. So all the seams on the inside would be the serged edge. But if you look at inside your t-shirt that you're wearing, all the edges are serged. I thought, well, why wouldn't this work? And I think it would if I can figure out how to keep that from happening. I don't know, but I didn't, secure all my ends yet. Or I might just keep it like this and use it for throw my little yarn end pieces in like a little collection basket for it. I don't know, but I really do like the quilting on it. It turned out very nice. And I took my time with that. Like on the batting side, I had it flipped over and I used a yardstick, the width of a yardstick. And I drew all the lines going diagonal, and then I turned it and drew all the lines going the other way and sewed across it. I think it turned out nice. I was really like how the quilting turned out. Even with this very loud fabric. So then when that didn't work, I thought, well, will it work with the fusible fleece? I mean, it would be 2, 4, 6 layers instead of 8. Can I keep it in position? So I had a piece of a fat quarter left, and I just kind of cut it down and cut a lining down and tried to do like a little mini bag, but I had the same issue. It shifted on both sides. It shifted. So the whole point of it was to be able to do it in the least amount of steps. The normal way would be you sew the outside together, you sew the inside together, then you take the outside and stick it inside the liner piece, sew along the top, and then flip it back through, and you have to sew close the hole. I was wanting to save some steps, and I don't think that it looks bad with that type of seam on the inside. But I have to figure this part out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So then I tried it again with a smaller piece, and one side did okay, but the other side shifted. And with this one I tried, and it could just be I didn't do it far enough, is taking and notching out a little piece so that I can get it up underneath the presser foot up to the needle before the knife starts to trim the fabric. And so I did okay on that side, but not on this side. So that might be the answer to my problem. I just have to test it out a few more times. And, these little things like this, it's just scraps. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I mean, 'cause I got it on Amazon. So I have a total of 30 days to return it. So I probably have 23, 24 days left. If I can't make it work, I'm sending it back and getting my money back. So I really want it to work because I want to speed up the process for myself. So what did I manage to crochet this week? Not a whole lot. I have 3 different type items. One of them has 4, one of them has 2, and the other one there is only 1. Didn't get much done. And for the most part, the one that has 4 is fairly quick. So I told you I needed some whale sharks. Well, we made some whale sharks. We used the chenille brights. This one is in periwinkle with the peach on the inside. This one is hibiscus with light pink on the inside. This one I like this color. This one is the navy. I was going to do denim, but I had one in denim already that I made before I started the luck of the draw. But we needed to put that on hold because there were certain things I needed to make. Not to mention I needed to get some enjoyment out of my crochet. Last week was rough on me, and a lot of you noticed that on Saturday, I was pretty freaking whiny. I don't know why, but I was. But yeah, so this one is navy blue. And then I decided I'm going to do one out of the tie-dye and see how it looks. And this is the one I got into to make the turtle. It is Ocean something. Ocean something. But I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, you don't really see the white stripes as well as, like, say, on this. But I like the coloring. And this one got the peach on the inside of the mouth as well. So I was able to get 4 whale sharks done. So not too awful bad. Oh, we did those. And then Stacy is working on her, the body to go with Betty's head. And she's also doing the gator with the standing body with overalls. And she asked me if I wanted to help her out and pre-test, like before it goes out to testers, I'm pre-testing. So I did one, and he turned out like this. So I made this one, I used Sweet Snuggles Light or Home Slim, one of those two, in the agave and whatever this is, country blue or something like that. And I don't know. It wasn't hard. It was easy to follow. As far as, like, when she decreases on the body, it's nice and smooth. But there was just, like, I felt like his head was too big and it was sticking out too straight, like it needed to come down some. But then it would hide the look of the overalls. So she told me she had added an extra round into this. So I tried another one, and I took out that extra round. And I had also suggested a different way, maybe have an option of how the tails are attached. Like this version, the tail is crocheted in. And I suggested having another option of, like, sewing it on where it's kind of like a dinosaur tail, if that makes any sense. I mean, whether or not she adds it in, that's completely up to her. It's her pattern. But I did another one to show her, like, kind of what I was talking about. So on this one, I love his eyes. I Googled what a gator eyes look like, and that's kind of like what came up. Maybe not as bright yellow as this, but they were yellows and oranges. It was with the slit pupils like that. So I had them. I was like, I might as well try and use them. So this one I did in chenille brights. I left out the extra round in the head that we had talked about. And I think the head to body ratio was a lot better this time. I like it. Definitely I like this one better than the first one. And it could be the yarn. Could totally be the yarn. Because I really like the sage and the rust combo. Just saying. But I did the tail the way I was suggesting to her. So that it kind of, it's sewn on. It's like her same tail, but I added an extra round with like half the round being half double crochets so that it would get that little bit of a slant. But to Gail the gator, you can see kind of the difference in the head. I think the face shaping went better on this one too than it did on this one. And that, again, could totally be the yarn. Could also be, maybe I stuffed this one too much and this one I did right. But out of the two, they're about the same height. This one's a little tiny bit shorter. I like these colors better. This is a pretty green, but I like this color combination. So I'm looking forward to her sending these out for testers and getting her patterns out. Wait, do you see her cows that she's working on? They look so good. I can't tell you. They just look really good. And didn't she say she was going to do Parker too? The pig? I don't remember. So I did one other thing, and this pattern is not released yet. And technically, I'm not in an official tester group, but Shannon is so nice to us. She always sends us, even if we don't get picked to be in her tester group, you know, because she's trying to change it up, get different people. Like, I'm used to how her style of writing and stuff now. So it would just flow smoothly for me because I'm used to it, versus someone who hasn't done her patterns before. Does it flow easily for them type of thing? So she sent me a pattern, and I'm like, I have to do it. I just have to do it. So we have this splooting bear. Now, when I was doing this, and I did this one out of Sweet Snuggles, or Home Slim, one of those, Java and Seed Pearl. And when I'm getting ready to sew the ears on, I'm like, oh no, it looks like a dog. But when you put him in the sitting position, that is totally a teddy bear. Like, it's so cute. Such an easy pattern to do. Like, you sew the ears to the head and then the head to the body. Everything else is crocheted in. It is so easy to do. And I totally enjoyed myself making this. This was the first thing that I made after Sunday's video, and I completely enjoyed myself with this one. You know, that wasn't sewing. The first crocheted item that I made. So, this is adorable. And then, when I was getting dog vibes from it, it could have been my color choice, because I was going to do this light part in terracotta, and instantly I got the thought, it's going to look like a Rottweiler with that coloring. So I changed up to the lighter color. But how pretty would this be with like 2 shades of blue, 2 shades of pink, or 2 shades of purple? It would be so cute. I just tend to try to go with colors that the animal actually is. And then if it's like Gale, you get to have fun with the colors on the clothes. That is usually my tendency to lean towards things. And every now and then I go rogue and get brave and like make a pink shark. I can't explain it. But this little guy is just adorable. I like him. I do. She sent me another one too that I gotta try. That is all that I have been able to do. But I have news. I have news. Now, of course, I'm going to be at market this Friday, so we won't have a live. My day is going to be wasted tomorrow, and the rest of my day today is going to be ate up with getting all these items back here, or excuse me, over here. Not the dragon. He doesn't go till fall. These over here into the square, charge my lights, do all that kind of stuff, because I got to take care of my tire tomorrow. It'd be nice if John wasn't working and he can do it for me and I can just continue on with like almost normal, but he'll probably be working. But whenever he gets home today, we got to empty the car and he'll have to change out the tire for me to the donut. I can't believe I have to empty every single thing out because the tire is inside underneath everything. So yeah, I have to get that taken care of. And then, oh yeah, I got an email from that market that got rained out and rescheduled, and then I chose my regular market to go to instead. They had another opening for August 1st and September 5th. And they asked if I would like it, but they send that letter out to everyone. So I just happened to be like trying to clean out all the junk emails out of my email account. I feel like I'm missing communications with some of you guys because I get so much junk. It's like, why? How do they find me like this? It's so annoying, and it should go to, all that kind of garbage should go into the promotional tab, not your normal email tab. So if you haven't messaged me and I have not responded to you through the email, it probably got lost and mixed up with all that junk, and I apologize. So if you want to contact me again, we can give it another shot. I try to keep up with that daily, but sometimes it'll go, 3 or 4 days, and then it is just out of control. It doesn't always work well for me with that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I got the email. I replied. I said, yes, I would be interested in both days. They're not going to give me credit for my $70 that I lost. I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of. It would have been nice to at least get like a half price discount, something. But I got another email from them today. I'm in. They sent me an invoice to pay for August 1st. Now, I don't know about September, but I am in for August 1st. Hopefully, this one goes well. But I do believe if the same scenario were to happen again, where they had to reschedule, I would probably not go to my regular market and go to this one this time, depending on how this Friday goes. If this Friday is more back to normal, I don't know because it's just so hot. But if this Friday feels more normal than last time did, because this market won't be going on to compete with this one, the other one was the same day, like opposite ends of the same road. It's that could have had a lot to do with why last time was slower. I don't know, but it could be. But anyways, I have rambled on enough. No live on Friday. Hopefully a really good market recap for Sunday. And we'll see you then.